But you guys know this is what I love. I love thick ends. That's usually my goal when I trim. When I dust, it's just to maintain the trim. But when I trim, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the thickness all the way through. Hey guys, welcome back. What's going on, subbies? And hello to all my newbies. And just in case you don't know what a newbie is, you have no idea what I am talking about, honey, a newbie be anybody checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second, maybe for the third, fourth, fifth. You get the point. I just want all of my subbies and I want all of my newbies, that's you, to come on in. Okay, so today, I know y'all read the title right before y'all tiptoed on in here. So today we are going to go over Relaxer Day. I'm going to give you an update on how my Relaxer Day went, how my hair is faring right about now, and give you a little update as far as the trimming and anything, if I tried anything new or anything like that. You guys all know what the deal is. And for those who are not initiated, I relax my hair every 7 to 8 weeks. And this time around, because I was waiting on my product to come in, it was getting a little dicey for a minute. Okay, I almost had to push it to 9 weeks, which I've done it before. I've even gone as long as, I want to say 10 weeks. I think that's the longest that I've gone. But I'll get to that in a moment. We like to check in around here on our hair every relaxer day. Make sure everything is going well and not going off the track. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, we just got to our hair goal of mid-back length. So we used to check in every 4 weeks because we were trying to get to our goal. And then checking every 4 weeks, again, just to stay on top of everything. I like to do my major trim on Relaxer Day. And then I like to do a dusting about 4 weeks in. So I have just relaxed my hair. I literally relaxed it last night. So I am freshly pressed, okay? I am freshly relaxed. So I'm coming in here. I'm gonna just talk a little bit. I might give you a little show. I might give you a little peek at what's going on and where everything is. And then we're gonna get up out of here, okay? So, to start off, I think you guys know, as far as my relaxer, I had to order it. I am not able to get my relaxer, which is the Ultra Precise Relaxer in mild. I use it in mild. I was not able to get it at any of the stores that I normally patronize. So I had to order it online. So I ordered it from Amazon, and I'm very pleased to say, even though it took a minute, and when I say took a minute, being that I'm a Prime member, I was expecting it in 2 days, but it didn't say 2 days. It said, hey, you're going to get this in 2 weeks. I said, oh my God, how am I going to get it in 2 weeks? That means I might have to delay my Relaxer Day, which I've done before, like I said. But, it's nice to have it handy, and I didn't want it to be too much longer. So anyway, what I did was, while I put in my order to Amazon, I figured I'd, check in with my sister. And I basically asked her to get it from the local beauty supply store from around her way. So the Amazon came through and my sister didn't. It'd be your own family, honey, I'll tell you. No, but all jokes aside, she did check with the beauty supply store. I guess they didn't have it. But by that time, Amazon had already delivered. So I relaxed my hair. It was 8 weeks and 5 days. Okay, so we were going on to 9 weeks. But I just made it. So it was 8 weeks. And like I've told you guys before, the longer that I stretch, the drier my hair gets. It just does. It gets a little flatter, it gets a little dry, it gets a little meh. So with that being said, my hair was getting a little drier. So to combat that and to control my new growth, because my new growth was really getting, it's pretty prominent. What I did was I used my Paul Mitchell serum. as well as my ceramic blow dryer, and that particular combination, it really calmed my new growth to the point where everything was manageable, as well as I really felt that I could stretch it for another week or two if necessary. Now, I would have still looked like I was, smuggling a little afro underneath my relaxed hair, but it was manageable. It wasn't bad. The stretch wasn't bad. But I'm liking that combination, because you guys know that I normally use my heat spray, the Theory heat spray. But this time around, I did use the Paul Mitchell serum to flat iron. So what I did was I did everything normal as far as what I use to wash, condition, and my leave-in. All of that was normal. And then I blow dried with the ceramic blow dryer. And as we know, that helps to seal the cuticles and it makes your hair softer. And then after that, instead of using my Theory heat spray to flat iron, I use the Paul Mitchell serum to flat iron with. You guys know that I pretty much go between the two, but I've been doing the Theory spray pretty steady. But I flipped the switch and I went to Paul Mitchell. It really helped to relax my new growth and keep it in check while I was waiting for this relaxer to come, while I was waiting for relaxer day. So I wanted to give y'all a little update on that. And relaxer day went well. Nothing really to report with regard to that. And then after I relaxed, like I said, I like to trim. And this time around with my trim, I have to tell you that I don't think I've enjoyed trimming my hair as much as I did last night. Being that I have reached my goal of mid-back length, it was a lot more freeing this time. I almost looked forward to it because I've already reached my goal. Therefore, I could be a little bit more loosey-goosey. I could be a little bit more generous with my trim, and I was. I was generous. Because what I noticed was, and I think I mentioned this before when I did my last length check, or maybe it was the one before, doesn't matter. But when I was doing the length checks, because we did length checks to make sure we were reaching our length goal. In one of my length checks, I think I mentioned that this side was a little shorter because in me trimming my hair, I like it to be sort of a flattened U. And I do like blunt, but I like it a little tapered on the ends. So I believe I cut this a little shorter on this side. And this time around when I flat ironed it and I saw everything even, this side was a little bit more short. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? I can take care of that. So I cut it more to meet this side, so it wouldn't be such a discrepancy in length. So that's what I did. And I felt so good doing it. I really did. So I cut about, I want to say I cut 2 inches off. I want to say I cut about 2 inches off. But I feel so good. I feel good about it because I'm still at mid-back. Granted, it's a little shorter, but it's still at the goal. And everything is looking more even in the back. And the more that I trim it, the more I'm going to make sure I cut to the white meat. That's another thing. I don't want thin ends. We don't do thin ends around here. And if I see anything as far as gaps or anything like that, y'all know I don't play that. I just don't play it. I'd rather the thickness all the way through, health over length, as well as thickness over length. That's how we do it around here. So I want to make sure that there are no gaps, and I want to make sure everything is tight and right. You know what I'm saying? We put in all this work, so you definitely want to keep everything up. And I am not afraid to take off an inch or two to make sure everything not only looks good, but feels good, and everything stays healthy. So this is what we're dealing with. I wrap it every night. So everything is going well. As y'all can see, I did trim, still meets the peaks. But you guys know this is what I love. I love thick ends. I love it. I love thick ends. That's usually my goal when I trim. When I dust, it's just to maintain the trim. But when I trim, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the thickness all the way through. And like I said, I'm not stingy with my trims if need be. Now, I know we haven't done a length check because we've already reached our goal that was sort of tied to that. But I figure I'd show y'all what I'm talking about, what I'm working with right now. And you know, sometimes it's just good to start with a clean slate. And getting freshly trimmed ends is definitely starting with a clean slate. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I was talking about. Just wanted to give you a little peek, a little looky-loo. So I figure I'd slide that on in here just to keep everybody abreast in what is going on. So now that we've been over that, as far as the color, I do still plan on coloring my hair. And I'm glad that I didn't do it prior to, because I was thinking, and I had mentioned in my other video, in my coloring video, well, not coloring, but the video about color, but okay. So in my other video, I had mentioned I would just jump the gun. I said, hey, we're going to do this next week. But I'm glad that I didn't, because I was trying to remember when I was using color. I believe what I did was I relaxed first and then I put on the color. So that's what I'm going to do. Now that I relaxed, I'm going to wait about a week and then I'm going to put the color on top. That way everything takes the same way, because everything is relaxed. So it's going to take the same way. And it's semi-permanent for those who are not initiated. So I'm not doing permanent color, because not only would I rather put it on freshly relaxed hair, meaning everything is relaxed and I don't have to deal with new growth and relaxed hair, but also it's time consuming. So when I relax my hair, it takes about 25 minutes to work it through and then do this and wash it out and da 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 da. And then on top of that, I have to trim. And it takes a long time for me to trim, because I do try and take my time and be precise somewhat. So we're talking about a couple of hours. So on top of that, to color it, which I believe the color has to sit in your hair for about 30 minutes on top of it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So needless to say, I will be coloring pretty soon. So we'll have an update about that. If you guys are curious about the shades and what I am talking about, I'll have that video down below. I'm looking into Clairol Beautiful. And the shades are going to be kind of light, like a lightish brownish. I don't remember the call numbers to the shades, but that's what we're working with. So we're going to see what's going on. We're just going to see how that pops and just keep it moving. And in prep for that, I did use the Olaplex. I used my Olaplex, I believe 2 weeks before I relaxed. Now I am relaxed and I feel like my hair is, I just want to be sure. It's semi-permanent. It shouldn't be a problem. I know that you can do semi-permanent on the same day as relaxing. I just chose not to do that. But we're going to see. We're going to see if the color takes to the grays and if everything looks blended and nice and cute and all like that. I have to admit, I'm getting a little excited about it. I am getting a little excited about the change. Change is good sometimes. It's just good. It just puts a little pep in your step and gives you something to look forward to. So that is coming up. So that's pretty much the update for me. I done jibber jabber and bumped my gums long enough. You know how we do it around here. It ain't all about me. We gonna open up the floor, and you already know what time it is. And for those who don't, I'm about to tell you. It is roll call time. Yes, honey, it is roll call time. And oldie but a goodie, but we bringing it back in. I know we haven't done a length check in a minute, but we still doing these relaxer checks and hair check-ins and all that good stuff. So if you have an update that you'd like to share with the collective, please come up to the mic. It is an open mic for anyone and everyone who wants to give a little tidbit, a little smidgen, a little peek into their hair life and what is going on. Maybe you tried something new. Maybe you are natural, but you're trying a new style. Come forward, come one, come all. Anyone who wants to say something, please do tell, do tell. There are some that are just quiet as a mouse and rather keep it to themselves. But if you are so inclined and you would like to spill the beans, then go on and spill them, honey, because we are ready for the spillage. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The spillage. Yeah. Okay. And with that being said, I think we done covered about everything that we need to cover right about now. What do you think? I think we did, honey. So it's about time for us to skedaddle up out of here. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. We'll be back jibber jabbering just a little bit more. So you gotta come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back.